Macron seemed to hope that some changes would be discussed at the G20. Do you think this WTO reform should be top of the agenda at the G20 in Buenos Aires in November?
I think the multilateral system should be the top of the agenda in many places. There, for sure. I think trade permeates everyday lives of people. They don't really, realize that. And depending on where we go in terms of trade relations, the economic recovery of the world or another downturn in the economic recovery could come about. So this is absolutely important and a priority for everyone.
Do you believe that Donald Trump has put the WTO in a crisis, or in a way, is it a wake-up call that could actually save the WTO?
Depends on how you look at it. It could be both. I think clearly the US has been pointing to some systemic shortcomings according to their views. I think some members may also agree that there are shortcomings in the system and that we need to update and change the system. Maybe, I don't know. It's up to them. But a big part of this conversation is how to go about it. What to do about those shortcomings and about those improvements that need to be done. And I think there are different perspectives on how to do it. And I think that's part of the conversation that we need to have.
So Donald Trump could be a savior of the WTO long term?
I wouldn't go that far, but I would say he's definitely suggesting that the system needs to be rethought. And that is in line with what other members of the WTO feel as well.
So it is a wake-up call?
Oh, definitely. It is a wake-up call, not only for the WTO, it's a wake-up call for multilateralism in general, and how to make the world and multilateralism function better in light of the concerns that have been expressed by the US and others.
Finally, China has threatened to retaliate to the US tariffs already announced. What will happen? What would it mean for the WTO if this becomes reality?
I think it introduces elements of that complicate the trade relations. Why? Because once you begin to take reciprocal measures, it can provoke a domino effect. But you cannot blame only the response. There is also the introduction of the original measures. So you have to look at the two sides of this coin. What are the measures that are being introduced, their legitimacy, and what is the response that is being taken? One may understand why a response is being suggested. We need to be very careful on both sides.